All right, everyone good?
Don't do that to me.
Can you hear us from the sides too? Just then? Oh yeah.
Yes. On that note. That is so good.
All right, on that note, welcome to the first episode of the Hybrid HQ podcast. I'm joined by the team today. We've got Rhys, Briggsy, Donnie, Claire, and myself,
Hello.
Jaydon.
Good morning.
You have a beautiful voice, Pearson, by the way.
Beautiful voice?
Yeah, beautiful voice.
I don't know about that.
That was a lovely introduction.
Yeah, bit too serious. Welcome. And this is the Hybrid HQ podcast.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
That's going to be our intro each week now.
I like that a lot. I like that.
What are we doing with this podcast, Donnie?
Just quickly before we start, Mitchell,
Jaydon.
think loud.
Oh my God.
Are you thinking?
I'm thinking that you're thinking, who the hell has put this awesome production together?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And I'm also thinking, is there other people out there that probably want the same level of professionalism for their podcast to represent their business?
You know what? They probably do, and they probably don't have access to it.
And where are you thinking that people could find this person?
Think loud. The man himself, Mr. Cooney, has done an exceptional job setting this up.
Yeah, I'm clapping.
Claps.
But on a serious note, Cooney is the man with this sort of stuff.
He is the man.
I've had the pleasure of running a previous podcast with Andrew, and when we were doing Bridge the Gap, and that was our men's health group, and Cooney was just the podcast guru at that time, and he's only gotten better. So
Massive shout out to Cooney.
Yeah,
He's the
huge.
man. He's the king behind it all.
But what's this podcast about? What are we doing?
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
We're here to chat shit, provide a little bit of information, because
Just a
part
small
of our
amount.
job, just a little bit, not too much. A little bit insight into us so listeners can learn about who we are. They obviously see our professional side on day to day, but we can let our hair down.
Yeah, I reckon that's a massive part of what we want to do with this. You know, we want to give people more of an understanding as to who each of us are individually, who we are as a team, but also show, our fun side, because I think the connection and sort of relationships that we have is it's so strong. And I want other people to see that, and also want other people to see that we're kind of dickheads at the same time. Because I think people do mainly see the professional side in that day-to-day sort of routine. So we just want to have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, you don't mind.
Where we can.
You don't mind talking about yourself either, do you, Briggs?
No. Definitely one to not shy away
Been
from that.
craving for the mic time, haven't you?
So to give people an understanding though, Pearson is going to be essentially running this. So he's going to
It's going to be my first and last of us, isn't it?
Doing all right so far.
All right, so let's start. One of you boys want to kick us off? The owners, co-owners, Briggsy the owner, but Donnie does a part.
I'll start it off.
Yeah, you go, mate. You go.
Are you a bit nervous?
Hey, no, I'm cruising, man. I'm just giving you the limelight.
So a little bit
Put
about
the
me.
ego back a little bit,
You watch me get halfway through this and go, oh yeah, my turn now.
I just got to know where you go.
I can say it better.
A little bit about
So
me.
anyway, no.
Okay. Oh, you're a dickhead. I'll keep it simple. So people usually just call me Briggsy, but my name is Mitchell. One of the co-owners of the Hybrid HQ. Been in the fitness industry over 5 years now. Got to experience, I think a lot during that time, which ultimately led to us opening this space together. Been training for a little over 10 years now. Started with my old man, just doing like boxing classes. Dad's a bit of a beast. He's run these sort of like circuit style classes, and he'd just mainly get like people from the rugby club down there. And I was like maybe 14, 15, jumping on the sessions. That definitely sparked a big love for, taking training more seriously. My whole life I was, around sport, rugby being the main choice there. And then about 17, I ended up taking time off rugby, had about 6 years off, and that's where I just dove really into the gym. Understanding, training on a deeper level. Muscle building was definitely a big focus. Not so much anymore, by the looks of it.
I don't know what we're doing if you're not doing muscle building.
Yeah, reason I'm wearing a jumper.
You're a dickhead. And I had guidance under Lane Fletcher at that time during my time at Impact, and I think that just drove even more of a love into then working with people. So went through my own challenges. I wanted to actually get into the fitness industry when I first finished school, but just talked myself out of it. I think I saw so many other people doing it at the time, and I didn't believe in myself that I could bring a change that was, you know, what I thought was necessary at that time. Just didn't have the confidence, didn't have the self-love. I didn't, you know, since that point, I've really dived into my personal development and that side of things. So, actually went through a pretty ugly breakup, which kind of sparked me wanting to, you know, make a change for myself. I was doing real estate, wasn't enjoying it at all. Went through what I did, and I wouldn't change it for the world, because it drove some sort of fire, some sort of spark in me to actually live the life that I want to live. Combined with, you know, love working with people, and that just led me to the fitness space.
Look at you now.
Yeah, now we have a gym, which is pretty cool.
That was beautiful, Mitchell.
That was pretty sick.
That was very
Over to you,
beautiful.
Donnie. See if you can beat that.
That's my old
I didn't write down the whole
We've actually got 2 minutes left. Donnie.
brother, you should just know.
I just brought a couple of dot points.
And thank you for listening today.
Hold on, let me turn to chapter 6 real quick.
There's only tearjerkers there. I was waiting for little waterworks. No.
I love it. Yeah, I know. Far out. All the emotion.
Probably should have finished with Briggsy, because that was probably the best we're going to get.
Nah, Donnie can
Too good
chat.
for a start.
Donnie can chat.
All right. My name is also Jaydon. Close circle refers to me as Donnie. Briggsy refers to me as Jay. I started training when I was about 14, 15. I originally started training to help actually with my soccer and performance, but then quickly fell in love with it. I drifted away from participating in sports teams more and started focusing on something that was individual. And I was going through a rough patch with certain things at that time as well that really helped me and got me on a bit of a clear path, because I was definitely going down probably a path that wasn't going to serve me well. So started falling into that, and then that's what led me to pursuing exercise and sports science as a degree at uni after school. Completed that, so I'm a qualified exercise and sports scientist, S&C coach. So I've been running my own business, PT, for about 2019, 4 years now, I think. It'd be
You and I started like
roughly around the same
I think I
time,
started
eh?
just before you did. Yeah.
Complete strangers too.
Yeah, I remember. And I remember seeing photos of, because you were at Willow's gym at that time. Yeah. He was putting up photos. I was like, this guy looks like a bit of a dickhead.
And you couldn't have been more right.
Who's this dweeb? I had the long hair like tied back. That was so shit.
Oh, yeah, he used to have the top
so
knot.
shit.
It was like punk rock days. You still have
Bring
it.
it back.
Yeah, no, we won't. We probably shouldn't do that. It was bad.
Nah, keep the toupee.
You like it? It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, I've been running for about 4 years. Originally worked out of One More Rep Gym, which is now known as Central Coast Strength and Conditioning. Shout out to them too. Willow's a legend.
Absolutely.
And then just always had this goal, I suppose, of wanting to run my own gym. That was always a goal. I remember Pearson and I used to train in his beaten down, what was it, shed?
In the shed, yeah.
Run by like some shitty ass generator in the...
Did you actually train or just turn up and stretch?
No, we just chatted shit. We just talked about training, but...
Same program as I do now. Just come in, few chats.
Few chats, couple bench presses.
Yeah, do about 3 reps and I'm...
Not the shed.
No, not the shed. Not the shed. That's a whole other kettle.
We don't need to get into the shed.
That.
We're not going into the shed on this podcast.
We're not going with that. A lot of daylight hours. But yeah, we always spoke about it. I always had this vision of wanting to open a gym, and with everything that's kind of happened and integrated within my life and training, I always wanted to create a space that really dialed in on the physical and mental health, combining the two. I mean, everyone talks about that, but there's a massive focus on that too. And then, I suppose our paths just crossed at the right time with Brigger and I. We met at a charity thing, wasn't it? Not a charity.
Yeah, we're running a charity event for Bridge the Gap, which is called Raw for Ryan.
But after meeting Briggs there, I think I reached out to him to grab a coffee, and we went and sat down and we started speaking about stuff, and we actually had very similar visions in terms of what we wanted to create. So I think within that conversation that we had, that first conversation, to a year later or whatever it was
over a year and a half since we first.
Well, we created this vision to open the hybrid headquarters, and now here we are. So
pretty damn cool. Is that a little clap there?
Not as emotional as Mitchell's, but yeah.
No, it was very good. Nice little insight. We're going to dive deeper in the future into some episodes, about how Hybrid HQ started, how you guys met and stuff like that. So we'll cover that in a bit more depth in another episode. Over to you, Claire. Let's
Hello.
give us your rundown of your life, please.
Yeah, right, shit, how long we got? I'm older than you, all of you.
Aren't you
Are you younger?
27?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. 27.
That was 40. Did you see that?
I'm pretty sure. No,
Behind
sorry.
my back, you little
No,
bitch.
it was 42.
No, it was at the Hawkesbury when I went, aren't you a bit older, Claire?
Yeah, I remember.
That's right.
That was like our first team
That was probably my
meeting.
first ever meeting, yeah.
I don't know, do we call that a meeting? It was just we were having
We're having beers.
Yeah. And we were having a couple of those
serious, yeah.
The seltzers. Damn, they were good.
Yeah. And
Invites.
that's probably wasn't my... No, you were there in spirit, I think.
Yeah, that's
Sick. That sounds sick. That sounds like a good night. Yeah.
that's before we decided we should have the best massage therapists.
He's actually got the best hands on the coast, so...
Best hands on the East Coast, I've heard.
West.
Second best. Who's the first?
Oh.
Okay,
All right, so back to Claire.
All right, Claire.
I hate talking about myself, but yes, I've been in the fitness industry for I think over like 12 years now. So I worked in gyms. I was like your standard PT in a gym at Anytime Fitness. I used to run classes. I was also the manager as well there, so that was fun for a bit. And then I had 2 kids, which are beautiful, amazing. So I sort of didn't go back into the gym to work. Oh, actually, did I? I can't remember if I did or not. Anyway, yeah, so then I decided to study pre and postnatal training. And I wanted to be able to still work whilst raising my kids. So I started classes for mums outdoors, and it just grew really bloody fast. I was booked out. I used to run 10-week courses, and I was booked out for like months, and brought on another trainer to work for me, which was great. So between the two of us, we were running like 7, 8, 9 classes a week from a park in Monbrel. And yeah, they were good. And then when I was doing that, I kind of realized that exercise was probably the 3rd or 4th thing on the list as to why they were coming to my class. Right. They were coming to get out of the house. They were coming to see other people. They were coming to chat with me. I seemed to, get people asking me for advice and, those kinds of things, which is where I thought a little bit deeper into what I want to do with my career. I was actually at the time studying my Bachelor of Education at uni part-time, just online, and then decided that it wasn't for me. So I changed to become a counsellor, just because I wanted to be more well-equipped for people that would come to me with, not their problems as such, but they just wanted to chat, and I wanted to be able to respond in the right way. So as I was doing the outdoor classes, I was changed to study to be a counsellor. So that took me a couple of years because I was just doing that part-time whilst obviously having my babies as well. And now, then COVID hit, actually. COVID hit when all that was happening.
That was the best thing for my business.
I loved COVID. I didn't mind the old lockdown because I just set up a gym in my garage, and then I was just running PTs every day.
Yeah, we definitely didn't
great.
sit at home drinking beers. Definitely not.
Some of us adapted.
Yeah, I was like, this is golden.
That's when we did the running.
We did a lot
Start
of
running?
Yeah, I remember you guys doing that. You put in some Ks.
That was pretty...
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So COVID was there, and once we were out of lockdown, it was just too hard to get classes back. Like, you only were allowed 5 people in a class, and X, Y, and Z. So I just kind of moved away from that, and then just got deeper into my PT. Wanted to smash out my study, and then really this kind of came about, didn't it? Yeah. And we all kind of just played the waiting game for a little while. Patiently waiting.
Pieces of the puzzle.
It's crazy to think that it was on the back end of COVID, but COVID was obviously quite some time ago now, but we can talk about this, another podcast, but just how long we had to wait, everything we had to overcome.
Crazy.
We were just having so many chats, we were getting so hyped up about it. It'll be soon, it'll be soon. Yeah, so anyway, back to the present moment. I'm loving working in here as a PT and a counsellor. So I've got my office upstairs.
Killing it too.
Thanks. I love it.
I fucking absolutely love your business model as well. Like integrating those two areas is so sick. Makes so much sense.
You're a great mum too.
Yeah. You are.
Balancing all of those, that's a tough gig to do. So you're doing
seriously.
very well. Very well.
Jaydn and I have always spoken about that. We admire that part of you.
Oh, I appreciate that a lot.
Just you, how hard you work. It's really cool.
Very good. We'll go to Rhys next.
Oh, you don't want to.
No, we'll skip me. Mine's
The
a little-
hands man.
Fastest hands in the West.
Oh, East Coast. East Coast.
East Coast.
All right. My name is Rhys Jones.
Hi, Rhys.
How are you?
That was the biggest AA. That was the biggest AA introduction. Hi, my name's Rhys and I'm an alcoholic.
Date of birth, 11th of November.
I'm losing my train of thought. So I'm a remedial massage therapist. And why did I get into that? It's a good question. Now, I think as a whole, I'm just into movement in general and helping people overall. And the work that I do allows me to speak to people one-on-one and try and tap into their heads about how beneficial movement actually is by using the techniques that I do. And you get results. Like, it's not, movement is the key.
Yeah.
Soft tissue therapy is great, but movement is the key, and just trying to get as many people as I can to move.
I think that's one thing that separates you as well. Is like, I've been to so many massage therapists in the past, and it's like, I'll just work on you, do their job and get out. Yeah. And then it's like, you actually explain why I'm having pain there, or
You say don't treat this. You treat the symptom, not just the cause, or
Treat the cause, not the symptom, not just the symptoms. Yeah. But I'm very, very grateful to be working here with these legends. It's a good team, so definitely get around us.
beautiful.
It's
Short and sweet. I like that.
that's all from me.
If you've got any body niggles, go see Rhys. I went for the first time last week.
He does have the best hands.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right, Mr.
I,
Pearson.
I'm not. I got in the industry, I think, just before COVID. Would have been 2019. Thanks to Donnie. Donnie gave me the push. So I was landscaping at the time, actually with Donnie, which is a great
We
time.
just worked there, as
No, it was actually a good workplace. We had a few mates that worked there. We had a great time, but it probably wasn't the best lifestyle of work hard from Monday to Friday, beers Friday, Saturday, Sunday, do it all again.
Yeah, that was probably a big part of that's probably our fault. But
Yeah. But
didn't align with what we're doing.
Yeah, didn't align, and Donnie sort of pushed me to get out of there, and then went for a swim one morning, and actually our producer over there with the mic, with the headset on, and the arms. I met him at a cafe in Terrigal, and he was just about to open a gym, and said after about a 20-minute conversation that he wanted to have a meeting with him and the other owner, and gave me the opportunity off that little chat.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was pretty cool to think.
Kiss.
To think just to. We've done that a few times, but not on camera. To think off one sort of coffee, gave me the opportunity to go train there, and group training was something that I loved at the time. So I did that for about a year, I believe. Maybe then COVID started, and it was just right for me. I wanted to do more personal training stuff, so went my separate ways, set up a home gym at mine, was doing that until COVID sort of went, and then these two good-looking gentlemen across from me offered me the opportunity. Yeah. No.
Oh, no, I'm looking straight forth. Yeah, you're right. Carry on.
Here I am.
No, go on. Keep blowing.
They offered me the opportunity to come here, and I took it because I thought it was the right idea. It was the best thing for my business as well, to grow, and here we are. Oh, my laptop just
Never
died.
look back.
And yeah, it's been definitely the best thing. Like the last, 3 months now? We haven't even been 3 months. Has been
Two and a
not
half,
even.
maybe.
I've sort of improved my business so much that clientele's grown.
You're
all that
killing
sort
it
of
at the
stuff,
moment, bro.
which is
You are
which has
absolutely
been
killing
good. New
it.
opportunities. It's been great.
Social's looking sharp, lad.
Socials
Yeah.
are sharp.
I don't really run that, but anyway.
If anyone wants to see an aesthetic Instagram page, go to Pearson Performance. And Leading Edge Wellbeing.
It's amazing what can happen over a cup of coffee, isn't it? Yeah. Amazing what can happen over a cup of coffee.
Yeah, we met over a cup of coffee.
We did. I thought we met at Sirens. Oh, no, that's...
Wait, is that you?
Remember I was sitting in the corner by myself. It was like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I came over and gave you a hug. Is that you?
Yeah. And I was like, what, who are you? And you're like, hey, I'm Mitchie.
I knew it was building to something stupid.
I had no friends that are just sitting there. I was on the biggest come down and you just come over. What do you say? Come over with your cape on. You're just like, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You right? You got any friends? I was like, no, mate. No, I don't. And then just from there, he's just taking me under his little wing. I know.
And now we're somehow in business together.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know how to put up with you.
Yeah, it feels. I just have to go to New Zealand every now and again.
Come on, best friends with that vacuum.
Listen, if anyone wants to know how to clean a bathroom, come to me. Come to me, seriously. Yep.
Hey?
What did you say? He gets stuck into it?
When I came in the other day, was it you?
Fucking it. Yep.
You've seen him.
There's this idea, just for people that are listening in, there's this idea that Briggs doesn't do the bathroom. And we need to iron out some creases here, I think. Might have to start throwing a couple
There
of
is
left,
some
right, good nights.
speculation going around.
I can't even throw left, right, good nights because you now do Muay Thai
Yeah,
and
so
you do
does
kickboxing.
Watch it.
We're too tight. We wouldn't punch each other, so it's all good.
I'll pop a shoulder out if I try.
That chair properly with us.
Yeah, I'll tear a hammy if anyone comes.
What's going on?
Spinal.
Couple more issues, mate.
Spinal.
What's going on?
All right.
So I think so. Just a little insight into all of us for that first sort of episode. The next ones will be go over some stuff. So what we're going to do when we are going to run a podcast, we're going to throw a questionnaire into the community group. Claire did one yesterday, and thanks for tagging me, Claire. Just a little thanks for that. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so Claire's got the questions and tagged everyone else but me, but that's fine. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that. I'll see everyone sharing it. I'm going, wow, it doesn't say add to story. And then and I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't get tagged.
Sorry, mate.
So
The other day, was it you or you didn't tag me?
Yeah, on purpose.
I think it was on
Oh,
purpose
it's in
too.
the video, mate.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
I can't
did
remember.
you see it? No, I didn't see it.
Dogs.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so we've been throwing that in the community group. If you're not a part of the community, memberships start at $39.99. So that is how you're going to get in there.
Become a member.
Our community forum / group side of things is about to be sick as well.
Yes,
I'm
we've
very
been
excited to launch
spending
that.
a lot of time building something at the moment.
Do you just want to dive deep into anything quickly, membership-wise, or anything if anyone listening isn't a member? Where we are,
Probably a good op.
where we are, where we're at.
It is a good op.
What we offer.
I like
If
that.
you haven't heard about us, so we're a pretty new gym, obviously called the Hybrid Headquarters. We started up only 8 weeks ago, maybe 9 weeks now. Yep. But our whole approach is pretty different to most gyms. So, rather than just signing up to a gym where you're probably going to have motivation for the first couple of weeks, a lot of people get in there and they train. People tend to fall off track because they don't usually have, something that they're following, something structured, something personalized to them. So, when Jaydn and I met up to talk about the idea of a gym, we knew that we wanted to do something different, and it had to be different because there is so many gyms on the coast. So our approach is a custom coaching facility. We do have a tiered membership approach, starting, like Jaydn said, from $39.99 a week, up to our premium offers where you can actually have your programming and your personal training sessions involved as a part of your membership. So we're based at Erina, the sawmill complex. Everyone's like, where's the sawmill? It's behind the BP. Yeah. Go to the new servo at Erina, and we're out the back. Two sets of units, or 2 rows of units behind there.
Central place, easy to find. Once you find
Yeah.
it, you never lose it.
And you never want to leave.
And you never want to leave.
Yeah. If you ever want any more information too, we have our website, www.thehybridhq.com.au, Instagram, The Hybrid HQ, and Facebook is The Hybrid Headquarters.
God, that rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it? That rolls off the tongue very nicely.
Email address as well. If you want to email us, I don't know what for, but info@thehybridhq.com.au. Yeah.
There it is.
That's where you can get all the info.
The website's probably the best spot. You can pick your trainer by how good looking they are.
Yep. I'm on the bottom.
That's why I'm stacked. Mate, I'm chockers. Listen to this. I am absolutely chockers. Oh, we're going to have to run a different tier approach, I think.
Yeah, based off the good lookingness level of us.
We're not going to get any clientele. So,
Oh, shit. No, that's a bad idea. Bad idea.
but yeah, so that's where you can find us. I think that'll wrap up the first session for today. We're going to do more of these in the future.
Yeah, I hope so. That's the plan. that will be the.
Actually, and someone else might be hosting the next one, but
Yeah, for reference, we'll be aiming to drop on a fortnightly basis.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Could go to every week in the future.
See how good we are. See how many views we get. And shout outs to our mums for being the only listeners.
I don't actually know. Yeah, I was going to say I don't actually know. My mum knows how to use Spotify or what a podcast.
We're gonna have to show them because we're gonna need some clicks.
Yeah. You get mum to put it on repeat all through the night.
All right.
Happy?
Yeah. Mate, I'm always.
We have like a cool way to wrap it up, but how do we wrap it up?
Throw the table.
Throw the table.
Shout out to the B&B boys. They run a rugby podcast on the Central Coast Rugby Union.
Briggsy undefeated, by the way.
Yeah, Avoca Sharks are undefeated. Shout out to the boys. Had a good win against Warnervale as well yesterday.
A bit of a tough game.
Good battle, physical. My back is broken, so thank you.
Boys love being tough, the old one of our boys.
Yeah, tell you what, they're big bodies. But Burner always wraps it up with a see ya. But we've got to do something different.
You can't copy him.
Unless we all go see ya, see ya, see ya, see ya. Alrighty, we will catch you on the next episode of the Hybrid HQ podcast.
Thank you for tuning in. Well done, Pearson.
Ta for now.
Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
Hey.
Bye.